In the last video, we were introduced to complex numbers, and we're going to just take a look at how we could multiply them and add them. And it's really simple. The only thing is we're going to be doing all the multiplication and addition straight up, but we have this extra property where wherever we see I squared, we could go ahead and replace that with -1. So we have that property available to us. So let's go ahead and take a look at an example. Say we were given two complex numbers. So we have 1 plus 2i, and we have that being multiplied by 3 plus I, right? So in this case over here, we are going to know that we're following the format. So z, in this case, z is a complex number. Z has the format x plus y I, or x plus I y. I'll go ahead and keep it consistent with what I showed you in the last video, which it really doesn't matter, obviously, because it's multiplication. So in this case, we obviously knew that x is a real number, y is a real number, and we have I here, which has the property of I squared is equal to -1. So in this case, if we're looking at these two things we are showing, we know that both of these are going to be complex numbers because we have that format over here. We see that this here is the x, if you will. This here is going to be the y. The 2 is the y. And then we have the I. In this case, we have the same thing. We don't see a y because it's 1. So both of these are complex numbers. So we go ahead and we do the multiplication as we normally would. We'll multiply 1 by 3. We'll multiply 1 by I. We'll multiply 2i by 3. We multiply 2i by I. In that case, we're going to get 2i squared, and then we can use our special property. So we can go and write 3i plus 6i plus 2, and we replace that with -1. And then we just go ahead and we add up the like terms. So we'll have -2 plus 3 here. So that's going to be 1. And we have I plus 6i. That's going to be 7i. And that's essentially the answer here. That's how we will multiply complex numbers. It's nothing special. The only thing that when you multiply them, you're going to wind up with that I squared because you're going to have, because you'll have to have an I term be multiplied by an I term. And in that case, you'll be able to write it out like this. We can do for, if you want to see addition, it's going to be really simple like this. Say we were adding two complex numbers, 1 plus 2i, and we're adding this to 3 plus I. Well, this is going to be really simple, right? Because you're just going to add it up. You'll have 4 plus 3i. In this case, you don't have any I squared terms to worry about, so you don't have to use that special property. And it's just going to be nice and quick. So this is just a brief video on how to add and multiply complex numbers. If you want a more detailed video or you have any specific problems you'd like me to work out, please leave them in the comments below. I will either answer you or I'll make a video on how to do it if I think it's something that a lot of people can benefit from. If you enjoyed this video, if it helped you out, please subscribe. It means a ton. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in another video.